Hello everyone, my name is Sheperd and welcome back to the Butcher Circus. Today I'm gonna be showcasing a team that was originally created by a player called Flazin, but was popularized and very much used by myself. And I mean popularized inside the tournaments of Ludic Savant and myself. We are both organizing tournaments every Sunday, and you are definitely free to join, have a jolly good time, even if you only want to watch. We are always happy to have new people there, so definitely come around to Ludic Savant's Twitch if you want to watch some matches, or you can just go to our Discord and sign up to play on the next Sunday. Alright, so to move forward with the team, this is a stress team which has a Crusader in position 1, a Man-at-Arms in position 2, a Knave Abomination in position 3, and a Grave Robber in position 4. So it's a very tanky kind of stress team that does very well in most matchups, and it's one of the best stress teams against kind of damage matchups because it just has so much protection. Alright, now let's move forward with it. So your Crusader is going to be taking the Pit Fighter's Helm and the Writ of Execution, so it's going to add him a lot of protection and a lot of stress dealt, as well as some accuracy, a bit of damage, and death blow dealt chance. So it's always good. It's perfect for the Zealous Accusation, which is the ability you want to use throughout most of the match. You're also going to be taking the Bulwark of Light, so you can buff up the protection of your other characters and yourself for up to 55% with the Crusader. Yeah, the Bulwark of Light is definitely what makes this team almost unkillable against damage comps. You are going to be taking the Rally to the Flame, which is in fact your only heal on this team, and it's very valuable in the mid to late game. So definitely keep it around, and don't forget you have this healing ability. And you're going to be taking the Holy Lance just in case you get knocked back and you have to go forward. But keep in mind that the Zealous Accusation is a much better ability to use than the Holy Lance, so yeah, you're only really doing the Holy Lance because you mostly want to move. Alright, then you have the Man-at-Arms, which is going to be taking the Pit Fighter's Helm and the Protector's Kite. So that means that he's going to have a lot of protection. If you guard with him, he's going to be able to guard for 3 rounds because of the Protector's Kite, and he's going to go up to 65% protection. If you use the Bulwark of Light on top of that, he's going to go up to 85% protection. But since the cap is 80, he's going to have to stay at 80 with 50 HP. So definitely expect the Man-at-Arms, not to be an easy character to focus down first, right? So you have a few abilities here, which are what I usually take on him. You have Bolster to add some dodge to your team if and some minus stress taken if you're playing against either stress, or if you're playing against characters that already have a hard time against dodge characters, and you mostly use this to buff up the dodge on your Grave Robber. So we'll get into that soon. You have Command in case you need to buff up your own accuracy if you're the one who's lacking accuracy in the matchup. You have the Defender, so you can protect your fellow characters if they get marked or something like that, and also adds a lot of protection on yourself. Then you have the Bellow in case you don't have to do any of these abilities, and the Bellow is just gonna debuff that damage. It's gonna do some stress. It's always a good ability. Bellow Bot, that's his nickname, and he definitely is good at doing it. Alright, then we have the Abomination, and let's be honest, in most matchups this is the character that dies first, because he's such a powerful character. Using the Wretch's Cloak, you can transform, and if you transform once, you can do, with Horror, you can do a lot of stress. Oh my god, math. Okay, so with this Horror Cloak you have a bit more accuracy and you have more Horror duration, so it's going to do 8 stress for 4 rounds on each character on the enemy team. So that is 36 stress on a character, and that's going to be 144 stress on the entire team, on the entire enemy team, just from clicking this one ability. So he's definitely an amazing character, and usually what I take him for is, just pick him, transform, go for a slam, which is why you have the net, and just make use of this transformation. If you transform once with him, it's good. If you can transform twice, it's even better, because it's just so much stress on the enemy team, and you know, he's definitely like one of the best characters in the Butcher Circus for stress. So yeah, you definitely want to keep him there, but usually he's going to be focused down first, so he won't be able to do both transformations. That's why you have the ability of guarding him, you have the ability of healing him off of death's door. If he's guarded, you can just delay further and go for an absolution, so you definitely have a lot of options with this team. And then you have the Grave Robber. Now, I forgot to mention, but this backline with Nabomination and Grave Robber is one of the best backlines for stress teams, because usually if you put the A-bomb in third, you're concerned that your backline, your back character, like the character in position 4, gets pulled, and then your A-bomb goes into position 4, which is the only position he doesn't really like. And having a Grave Robber means that if she gets pulled, she can use Shadow Fate to go to the back, you know, just move backwards with the Shadow Fate, and also add a few buffs for the next round if she remains stealthed. So that is definitely awesome, having this kind of backline. It has a lot of synergy. And, you know, at the end you have the Grave Robber, which is the queen of this team. She is like, she's the character that you want to protect. Like, you do not want her taking damage. You do not want her taking any kind of damage, really, because she is not very tanky. She is the dodge tank of the team, let's put it that way, but just because she does not want to be punished. She's very squishy, and that's why she's staying at the back. Throughout most of the match, you're just going to be using panic darts to add a lot of stress and a lot of blind pressure on an enemy character. You usually want to drop 2 on the character, and he's gonna both drop to death's door and get really close to an affliction with just 2 abilities. So yeah, this panic darts is insane, and having the trinkets that she has, you know, the monkey's paw and the satchel of dirty tricks, means that she has a very nice amount of dodge and also a very nice amount of accuracy buffs. You also take the Shadow Fate, you know, just as I said, in case you get pulled. You take the Toxin Trickery if you want to buff up your dodge and clear Bleed White at the same time. You shouldn't always start the match just, I'm gonna Toxin Trickery right away. No, you need to adapt to a situation and see when it's worth using it. If there's like a bounty hunter on the enemy team, you might just use it after the Caltrops has like gone through, right? So you can cure away the Caltrops bleed. So definitely be mindful, be wary of when you use this ability in the match. Then you have the pick to the face, because it's an ability you always need to take with the Grave Robber, because if you don't and you're the last character alive, then it's just an instant loss, because you can't use panic darts from position 1. So yeah, that is the team, and without further ado, let's get straight into the first match. So hopefully we go up against some kind of good player. So yeah, this team, like, it has a lot of depth to it, right? You can play it, I mean, there's just something happens, like the opponent does something, and then there's like so many ways of reacting. There are always so many options, and you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is actually the second time I'm filming this video, because last time I filmed like almost the exact same thing, but I forgot my voice off. So my voice was off, and you know, the entire recording was ruined. And I played against this exact player, Zavaradu, which I believe is a JoJo reference, with this exact team. Now, I lost that match because his team is kind of a counter to mine, and that's not fun. But even though I lost that match, I am planning on not losing this one. Yeah, so I also went first on that match. I'm gonna go for the exact same thing that I went for. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I lost that match not because his team is like better than mine or whatever, but because it's kind of a counter pick, you know, this mix between stress and DOT. It is kind of a counter pick, and because he got very lucky to hit my Grave Robber. That's something that can really tilt you when you're playing this team, is that the Grave Robber, like, she's supposed to dodge, but sometimes she'll just refuse to dodge. And that is not good, ever, if your Grave Robber cannot do what she's here to do, right? Okay, he goes for a slam on my A-bomb. When you transform with the A-bomb, you get 40% move resist, so it was a very low chance of that actually succeeding, considering he doesn't have the net or that kind of trinket. I'm gonna go for a Zealous Accusation. I'm not gonna buff up my accuracy with the command, even though I probably should have, because I want to bellow. I mean, I just want to go balls to the walls with stress. There's only one real dodge character on his team, which is the Antiquarian. His frontline characters only have this much dodge because it's the round 1 buff. So I do not really care. Now I'm gonna start adding stress with the panic darts. I'm gonna go for his Crusader, because, you know, he doesn't have any chance of getting a virtue, and you know, I can just start adding some blight on him as well. So he's already at 29 stress. Okay, Festering Vapors. Alright, my Grave Robber is dodging, so it's already a massive difference from the last match that I did against this player. Because my Grave Robber would not dodge for whatever. I mean, she like didn't dodge 5 abilities in a row, and these are abilities that have like 90 accuracy, like that. 90 accuracy, no accuracy buffs. 85 accuracy. Well, there's an extra 12 here, so it's 97, but even then he just kept on hitting and hitting and hitting. He did not care. He's gonna Holy Lance my A-bomb. I take a lot of damage. Yeah, I take a lot of damage. So I'm gonna de-transform with my A-bomb. I can't really guard him this round because, you know, there's a guard break, and I'm actually gonna go for a heal here, because I want to stay off of this door. I mean, if I could go for a stun, right? But if I drop to this door, I mean, it's just not a good time. Yeah, as I said, this A-bomb is usually the character that's taking the most punishment. But as long as we get 2 transformations off, it's fine. Okay, he goes for another 35. We resist once more. That is great. That is great. I'm gonna go for a bellow debuff to hopefully reduce the amount of damage that we can put out. And yeah, we get debuffs on 3 of the characters. Alright. The debuff is quite important on the Crusader because Zealous Accusation does, you know, a relatively high amount of damage, especially if there's like a crit. You know, it's just such an efficient ability. It only has a minus 30% damage dealt, even though it hits 2 characters. Right, he goes for a Hound's Carry. Okay, I don't dodge this ability, but let's not get too concerned just yet. It was just ability number 2. Alright, I'm gonna go for another Panic Dance on this Crusader, and then I'm gonna shift focus. No crits, unfortunate. You have very high crit chance playing with the Grave Robber. It's a 21.5 every time you use the Panic Darts. It's even more if you have used Shadow Fade. So after this, I'm just gonna shift pressure to another character because I feel like there's already enough blight on him. Alright, he does 9 damage. That's almost enough to kill my A-bomb. Yeah. Even though I killed him. That is not good. Okay, hopefully he doesn't do 3 damage.
Mortality clarified in a single
well, I called it. I knew he was gonna do 3 damage. Yeah, this is already looking quite difficult. You don't want to let your A-bomb transform only once. You want him to transform twice. Always, as much as possible. So I'm just gonna do that, and hopefully he can stay alive for a bit. I want him to stay alive for as long as possible. Yeah, so keep in mind that the team that my opponent is playing here is a bit of a counter to what I am playing. You know, just having this kind of mix between stress and the DOTs is kind of crazy. Right, goes for manacles on my Crusader. Okay, I see how it is. I am gonna go for the bellow on his team, so hopefully he does a bit less damage. And he isn't able to drop my A-bomb to death's door. I think he's gonna go for a stun. I really hope there's some kind of act out or something like that. Because yeah, he's definitely gonna go for a stun on my A-bomb, and that's gonna prevent me from either healing or transforming or anything like that. There he goes masochistic, so he's probably gonna get the stun. Oh, he just goes for cells. Still does enough damage even with the bellow debuffs. My goodness. Alright, so there is gonna be a chance for a death blow before I can click my A-bomb.
Self-preservation is paramount at any
Well,
cost.
that's just the way it is. I'm gonna go for panic darts on this Master because it's a very good ability here. Drops him just to affliction, and that blight is gonna do a lot of pressure on him. Also because the stress on the A-bomb would be wasted because, you know, he's 4 stress away from affliction. The damage on the Crusader would be wasted, and there's a decent chance I just missed the antiquarian. Alright, please don't kill him. Alright, good. So not a death blow right away, I'm already feeling quite happy. Now we go afflicted, okay. Please don't do a crazy act out. Alright, abusive, I don't think there's a chance to pass with abusive. He just does a bit of stress. I could use absolution. I'm thinking, if I transform right now, he has a 40% chance of killing me, right? So, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna have to go for that chance. I do not care, I have to go for the chance. Alright, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna have to go for that chance. If he gets the 40%, he gets the 40%. I don't care. I have to get that transformation now. Please don't get 40%. Oh, he doesn't! He doesn't! That also means that I can waste a lot of those DOTs on myself. Oh, yeah. Alright, please don't act out. Okay, no act out. Now we're gonna de-transform, and we're gonna go for a nice little solution. No crit, I would have loved a crit, but yeah, now the A-bomb is back in a decent position for a while. Yeah, his Handmaster is gonna drop to 0 HP soon enough. In 2 rounds, he's gonna drop another area. A dodge? Oh, we get a dodge. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, the team that he's playing, his Handmaster will get focused immediately. Like, as long as his Handmaster just has to step foot into the arena and he's already getting focused down. This team, they can't really focus on like Grave Robber that well because I can just take cover, that kind of stuff. So this is a matchup that like his team would not do as well against other teams. That's why the team that I'm using is very, very good because it's just so universal. It's really good in a kind of matchup where you don't know what you're playing against. Alright, let's go for that. There's an act out, does a bit of stress. Oh yeah, that's very reasonable amount of stress. Alright, the A-bomb goes hopeless.
Even the aged oak
He's probably gonna
will fall
transform
to the
twice as well.
tempest's winds.
There's another festering. Do I dodge?
Such
I
a
get dodge.
terrible assault
No,
cannot
that
be
is a
left
crit on my
unanswered.
Crusader. That's almost enough damage to drop me to death. Oh, goodness.
Injury and
Okay,
despondence
that's another
set the
pressure
stage
there.
for heroism.
Yeah, that's a
Or
decent chance of
cowardice.
just missing. Do I honestly just go for that Crusader? Or do I start focusing on the save on? I think I might go for the Crusader next round, but now I have to drop one on the A-bomb. Yeah. I mean, even if he heals now, it's a bad play. I believe. What's he gonna do? He's probably just gonna Holy Lance my Crusader. So I dropped that soul and then he has a chance of getting a death blow.
And
Yeah,
now
that's
the true
exactly
test.
what he's gonna do. He's probably gonna
Hold fast
transform and
or
like
expire.
maybe just slam my Crusader, something like that. That's what I'm expecting to see. Oh, he moves back so he can go for his smile, but he's gonna transform. Right. It's a 25% chance of getting a death blow.
The birthplace of
Let's
dread.
hope it doesn't work. What's he gonna go for? A rake. And yeah, that's a lot of pressure on me. Nice. Click. While I'm still alive. Selfish, no pass. Okay, I could go for. I could go for that. Or I could heal. Is a heal actually gonna help me? I mean, kinda. But if I get a good hit on this... Oh, I only hit the hell
My
master.
hands break from becoming
I'm gonna
unwound.
try to raise the stress. Raise. Yeah, I really wish I hit his A-bomb. Oh, I wish I hit his A-bomb. Oh, it was a good chance as well, like 76. That's so annoying that I didn't hit it. Oh, I get dodge. Okay. I'm gonna use my men at arms first to hopefully debuff that antiquarian, so she does like maybe 0 damage. Very fortunately, that is an option. Okay, that's one dead character. Alright, that's a lot of stress. That Crusader is close to dying now.
Behold, the abyss
That is a lot of
is made
stress from those
manifest.
act outs and, you know, the kill and all that happened there. So even though we're kinda counterpicked, we're still doing very well. Ooh! That's a daze! Wow, the antiquarian dazes when she act out hits someone? I didn't know that.
Dizzying
Oh,
blow to
please.
body and brain.
Oh, that was a crit. Wait, is that actually gonna kill my A-bomb? Oh, we go my Sarcastic, which is terrible because now we lost almost all our dodge, but yeah, what can I do? What can I do, my man? Do I actually do enough damage? I mean, the thing is, I'm thinking like, no, I definitely don't do enough stress. Maybe I have to go for this. Because then he's gonna heal, but oh, then I can just panic darts, you know, afterwards. Or do I just do it now? All decisions. I'm just gonna do it now. I feel like I have to because rally to the flame here would be very annoying.
Perched at the
Oh,
very
his
precipice of
A-bomb
oblivion.
might be dead actually. He is! He is! Oh my goodness. Oh, I've used both my absolutions. Are you for real? I've used both my absolutions and transforms. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna try to move backwards so maybe I can de-smile. Yeah, who are you talking to, Antiquarian?
Survival
Oh, he gets
is
a death blow.
tenuous proposition.
He gets 2 death
This
blows.
sprawling tomb.
This is still gonna be a close match. My man-at-arms is gonna drop to death still once I click him. Oh my god. If he wins, it's a 1v4, right? Okay. Nice hit. Nice hit. We're gonna have to do that a few more times. Okay, I really want to get a bellow, so my panic darts drops into death stall. Please don't miss. Oh yeah, we don't miss. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Okay, yeah, this is still gonna be really close. The antiquarian at the end of the match is crazy. Oh, my arms might be dead. He's almost dead. Alright. Jesus. Okay. What I'm gonna go for is I'm gonna command so my grave robber doesn't have a chance of actually missing. I would not like to have that happen. Since I'm gonna do enough stress with this anyway, right? So next ability is just gonna kill her, regardless.
As life ebbs,
So the next
terrible
panic
vistas
dart
of
might just kill
emptiness
her.
reveal
So
themselves.
hopefully we don't like act out to kill ourselves or something next round. Oh, who are you talking to again, Antigram? And it is one dead man at arms. Oh, I think the grave robber, you know, the queen will take away the match, won't she? Yeah, this is a win. This is a confirmed win.
Now,
Alright, I was thinking like maybe I would troll him with the toxic victory, but nah. GG, Mr. Salvador. Yeah, so this match I was not as unlucky and I managed to win. I lost last match in actually kind of similar position. Only my grave robber and man-at-arms were left, and only his antiquarian was left as well, but this time it was, you know, my grave robber had a bit more HP than she did last time.
Let it not precede
but it was still
collapse.
extremely close. I do hope we go against some kind of damage matchup. That's what I would really like to show off with this team, because a lot of players have difficulty trying to beat mark teams and that kind of stuff with stress, and you know, that's what I'm here to like try to show off. But you know, showing difficult matchups is also fun, I suppose. So yeah, let's go into match number 2. Just check if I'm actually recording. Alright, I am. I am recording. Nice. Okay, we go against Sneaky Slip. He's a rookie player, but he has a very nice banner. So maybe he has played in previous seasons. Okay, maybe he hasn't. Well, his team isn't terrible. There's a very nice Handmaster attack.
Chance is a bigger thing.
Alright, let's see what he goes for. Yes, stun chance on his Vestal with no stun ability. Well, let's see how well this team does against rookies on the ladder, right? So yeah, I do go second this time. That means I'm gonna have a bit more dodge, and that's always fun. I feel like his team is very dependent on accuracy. Like it's quite low on accuracy, so that's why I'm probably gonna bolster. But I'm actually gonna do something else first. I've just realized if I slam that Howie Man, his Vestal can't really do very much. Like if you play a Vestal, just bring the stun, right? Bring the stun, go for a stun. Either if it's a damage team, or if it's a stress team, or if it's whatever you're doing with the Vestal, she's here to stun. Like, you have to bring the stun ability, let's be honest. It's the best thing she's here to do, and you know, her heals are amazing, but the stun is usually what she's there for. The heals are in case you cannot stun and you have to go for something crazy. Alright, he does a lot of damage with that actually. Maybe I should have used the Bork of Light first instead of the slam, but I'm gonna use the Bork of Light now. So it's gonna be very useful against characters like this Bounty Hunter. So yeah, he's gonna try to mark someone, he's gonna try to pull someone, then he's gonna try to do some damage, but let me tell you, it's not gonna work. And he's gonna use Come Hither on my Grave Robber, but I dodged it. I dodged the Come Hither. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what you love to see. Alright. I might still just go for a bolster, because, you know, his Hammerman is very dependent on accuracy, like his Grape Shot is very low accuracy. His Houndmaster also dependent on accuracy, and yeah, so is she. She's also dependent on accuracy. Everyone's dependent on accuracy today. I think I'm gonna focus down this Houndmaster, even though I don't have a 100% chance of hitting him. You usually want to focus down the Houndmaster if you see him. Just the Hound's area is really, really powerful. Yeah, let's see what my opponent does. Like, his team is kind of weird, but Houndmaster is always dangerous, right? Yeah, as you can see there. Like, he doesn't actually do a lot of stress because he has kind of weird trinkets, but Houndmaster always in danger. Okay, now let's go for a Zealous. Hopefully we don't miss. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, nice damage, nice stress. Let's start stacking it up. Let's start stacking up that stress. The thing about this team that you have here, unless the enemy can put out like immediate just pressure, just go crazy on the damage on one of your characters, unless they can do that, you're in the winning seat. And you know, it just feels great to say that. It just feels great to feel that if the enemy can't really like just push you back like crazy, then you are probably gonna win the late game.
Devastating blow.
Okay, we go for a nice stun there. I mean, Judgment isn't that good of an ability, but we still don't want her to act, right? The chance of stunning this Bounty Hunter is not good, so I just go for that. Oh, he goes for the Come Hither again. Misses. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he misses with 126 accuracy. It's like a 70%. Like, let's be honest, he should not have missed both those abilities, but even if he hits them, I go forward, I go backwards, I still keep my Panic Dart's pressure, and it does way more stress after you use Shadow Fade. Like, it's perfectly fine for me, even if he pulls me, right? panic thoughts there, and then we're just gonna shift pressure. Shift focus, that is. And now let's start using these bellows. So no more damage for you, sir. Goes for the Mind Comfort. It doesn't really matter, you know, I'm playing stress. I don't honestly care that much if you do that. I'm just gonna bellow again because I want to hit his... oh, you can miss a lot. Whoa. Whoa, what is this? That is unlucky. That is unlucky. Alright, I missed a lot, but it's fine. He goes for another duelist advance. I don't think my opponent understands that when you use the Higher Man, you usually go for duelist advance and then do something else, right? Because you have 2 rounds per pulse. But you know, it's fine. Alright, let's go for a nice little self-accusation here. Yeah, look at that, 3 damage repulsed. Who cares, man? 55% protection, damage debuffs. That's just what this team is capable of. Alright, we are going into an irrational doggy. Even with the heal from the Divine Comfort, yeah. I mean, my opponent here just realizes that this team is, you know, between the tankiness, between what it's able of doing, you know, the win condition for him was probably not, because right now I could just heal my A-bomb, transform again, and slowly, gently, he would die, so to speak. Yeah, he did not have a chance that match. So yeah, that's what this team is capable of. If you can't just kill that character right there, or if you can't just add brutal amounts of DOT fast enough, I'm just gonna win. And I know it. And it feels really good as well. It feels really good just to know that you have the winning conditions there. You always have the ability of winning, like even sometimes, even if you lose a character early with this team, like against like Mark teams. I would really like to go against a Mark team now. Even if that happens, it's just your other characters will be so tanky, like already with afflictions on them, the bellow debuffs, all the protection that you have. It's so difficult to take down this team with damage. Alright, we go against Chop Suey. Oh, I never know how to say that, like Chop Suey, Chop Suey. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, once again a rookie kind of player, but hopefully he has a nice team. Okay, I feel like everyone's playing Stress today, but at least we get to see a Stress Arbalest. This is gonna be very fun because it's not something that we see every day, right? You also get to see a Plague Doctor. Yeah, this might be fun. Alright. A Plague Doctor. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. He's probably gonna go for a Bellow, I would say. No, he goes for Defender. On that Plague Doctor. That's interesting. Alright, what I am gonna do actually is, I'm gonna do the best play recommended by myself. And I'm gonna slam his Man-at-Arm. And, you know, at first you might be like, wait, what? Why? He doesn't care about being slammed. Yeah, you know who cares? The Houndmaster and the Plague Doctor. No, the Plague Doctor can't use these 3 abilities, which are all very powerful. And the Houndmaster can't use Lick Wounds, so I'm playing like 5 rounds ahead. Yeah, that is my plan. Okay, Suppressing Fire is actually going to be really good here because it increases stress taken and reduces stress dealt. And actually, wait, it inflicts 12 stress, but... okay, so the debuff applies immediately before the stress. Okay, that is interesting. I'm gonna put it that way. That is very interesting. Let's go for Bolster. He's also playing a stress team, so you usually want to bolster, right? Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, like an Arbalest in a stress versus stress matchup is brutal. Those debuffs are unbelievably powerful. It's not something you're gonna see every day, like what he's using, but this ability in a stress versus stress matchup is just unbelievably strong. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Panic Dolls first. Actually, I could clear the debuffs, right? I'll use it next round. So yeah, already I'm doing 21 stress to this man-at-arms. Not very much, right? Okay, let's go for the Arbalist. Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop 2 panic darts on that Arbalist and then change pressure. She might just move back. Oh no, she goes for a disorientating blast. I do have a bit of accuracy. I mean, a bit of dodge. I have 30 dodge. Yeah, you know. What can I say? You got unlucky. I don't believe the Borg flight is that useful here, so let's just go ahead and start stacking those zealous accusations. So, you know, just keep on stacking that stress. Your win condition is always stress. Alright, just gonna be a bolster. Yeah, that is a good move. That is a good move. I feel like here... what do I actually go for? Because no ability is like that great. So I might actually just go for a beast smile. Like, I could stun his Houndmaster, but I don't feel like... I mean, the chance of stunning him isn't even that great. So I'm probably just gonna go for a beast smile. Usually you're not gonna use beast smile. I mean, especially not having the riposte trinket on the Abomination. Because it's kind of a trashy ability. It's not very good. But I feel like in this situation it's the best thing we have. He also has an AoE, so yeah, why not, right? Okay, he's gonna go for another suppressing fire. I'm saying right a lot today. Surprise me. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of stress taken. And a lot of minus stress dealt. Yeah, look at that. 14 stress with a panic darts? What? What? Insane. Okay, I'm gonna do that and clear debuffs. And next round I'm gonna do way more stress and hopefully we can dodge that ability. The accuracy is 110, so it's like 118. Oh, he goes for it. Ooh, 12 riposte crit. But the thing about the beast model is, even without the riposte trinket, sometimes it just bugs out and does brutal amounts of damage. You know, like, that is insane how much damage it did. 12? Like, this ability should not do 12 damage. Ever. It's... that was insane. That was insane. So, you know, Beast Smile. I was trash talking it. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe it's not so bad. Okay, he's gonna use the disorientating blast again. And it works. 41 stress. Oh my goodness. Daddy's resolve is tested. Selfish. Come on, Daddy.
At any cost.
Share some of the love with us. Now look at this. I'm doing 5 stress, 4 stress, 5 stress. Yeah, this suppressing fire is awesome. Yeah, look at that. 5 stress, 5 stress, 4 stress. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's gonna take a little while doing that amount of stress. It doesn't really matter like if I had my A-bomb in the back and he would get debuffed. Because it's 12 again.
And now
Holy shit.
hold fast.
I think it's because I have all these damage buffs because I transformed and then got like a crit slam, I believe. I got a crit slam and then I got a riposte crit, so it just does too much damage. Like, that is insane how much damage I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna use her before I can't, like, because of the debuff. So yeah, let's get the stress through before the debuff comes. So, with 2 panic darts, like, it's the start of round 3, with 2 panic darts, she's gonna be dropping to death stall eventually. Like, in just a few rounds, she's gonna drop to death stall. Okay, he goes for a rampart. He doesn't want me to use Beast Smile. Yeah, actually it's not that bad of an ability. What was I saying? Beast Smile, insane. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. And a dodge. Yeah, I probably should have used command. You know, you always have a lot of options playing this team, so I believe here using the command and then doing that would have been the best play. But, you know, you can't always do the best play. Oh, he goes for battlefield medicine, healing away that that blight. I bet he enjoyed doing that. Let's bellow for a bit more stress this time, like 8. Still we miss. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use command. I should have used command the last round. Instead of the bellow for like 4 or 5 stress. That was just stupid.
Find it in no short supply.
So yeah, command is like an ability that takes a lot of getting used to when you should actually do it. But like it's actually worth it. I was very skeptic of command because I was like, wait, what? You're not doing stress, you're just buffing up. That's stupid. But then I understood that maybe it's not so stupid. Right, I'm gonna transform, do even more damage, plus 90% damage. And I'm gonna rage that Plague Doctor minimum. Come on. Minimum, really? We could have dealt her entire HP. Jeez. Yeah, okay. Well, there goes a lot of our damage buffs. Well, we're just gonna de-transform and use Beast Smile again because actually it's an amazing ability. Yeah, sometimes it just bugs out and does crazy, like 9 damage, 12 damage. Most of the time it's gonna do 2 damage, or 3, if you're lucky. That's what it does most of the time, but we get knocked back with Crusaders, so I'm just gonna go for Miracle. On this Houndmaster actually, because I don't want him to use it. I do not want him to use that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna force him to heal with one of his other characters, so with that action we just wasted potentially 2 rounds of my opponent, because it is a stun and I am gonna force him to heal with one of his other characters. If he heals with the Plague Doctor, then he's not using her other powerful abilities. If he heals with the Arbalest, then he's just 1 step closer of dropping to that sword himself, so it's a win-win situation. I feel like my Crusader will just do enough damage regardless, so I am in fact gonna go for a command. Yeah, let's go for that command. See how it goes. Okay, Crusader should do enough damage. So, I'm gonna go for Panic Darts on her, maybe. Maybe on the Man at Arms, because no, he's gonna take damage from the Zealots, right? Yeah, so I have to go on her. It's kind of a waste of stress because... Oh, no, it isn't a waste of stress because that act out. Like, there's 16 horror on her, so it would have been a waste of stress if there wasn't an act out. But, yeah, that's nice. And now she's closer to dropping to Death's Door as well. When you're using the Grave Robber, I mean, for goodness sake, don't just use Panic Darts on the same character, just constantly just Panic Darts the same freaking character. I don't have to Panic Dance this Arbalest. She's already gonna drop to Death's Door. The beauty of this ability that the Grave Robber has is that it does both stress and blight, and you need to use both of those in conjunction if you want to win with her. Yeah, and now this Cell's accusation, just everything is working out perfectly. Look at this. This is so joyful to watch if you're playing the stress team. Like, if you just can't shut it down early, it's gonna bring you down. It's gonna bring you down like crazy. It's at the start of turn 5, so only 4 turns in, pretty much. And this is what his team looks like. Everyone at Death's Door, everyone doing terrible. And that's what you want to see. I don't like the Liquens there because the Zell's accusation might honestly just kill him. And you know, we can see that that command is paying off.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's an act out. Oh, there's an act out. Oh, almost. Almost. Oh, that is so much stress. He almost kills himself. Ooh, this is not looking good for my friend Shops, maybe. 0 damage on the rampart. It does knock me back. The act out kills him. And another act out. Oh my goodness, they're falling like dominoes. And he just surrenders. Oh, GG. Yeah, you can see that this match wasn't even close. If you know what you're doing, you can take down any rookie like that. So it's not a concern. So yeah, I mean, the Arbalist was definitely an idea, but it just did not do enough. So yeah, this was the showcase of what this team is capable of. If you want to see more of what it is capable of, then I suggest going over to the matches I have from the tournaments Udik Savant and I do together. I mean, I've used this team so many times to great results against matchups that are, I mean, way more difficult than what I play today, and you know, it's definitely a great team to have in your arsenal. And you know, this is the second video I'm doing on these kind of like showcases, so I definitely hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you guys soon.